Ramsey Gary, the transfer from Indiana, underway from Tudor Fieldhouse. An attacking error on the second swing from Taylor Preston. Texas strikes first.
And you can see there Stafford immediately going for Scopel down that right back line.
Ramsey Gary grew up in Indiana, two-time second team All Big Ten, and she has an ace. Coach Elliott talked about last year's team. He said we weren't good enough in the back row. Our passing wasn't quite where we wanted to be. We looked at the numbers. We know what it takes to get to the Final Four. Enter Ramsey Gary to shore up the back line. Gary, 2.7 digs per set without the libero jersey. Service error after her prior ace. Rice comes in, a disappointing start against Texas A&M, swept at home, but they bounced back against Central Arkansas. And Arissa Smith, one of the transfers from Mississippi State. She joins her younger sister, Aaliyah Smith, who had already committed as a high school signee before she entered the transfer portal. Slide play for Texas. It's off the block, but a point for Rice. First block of the night for the Owls.
And great lineup there by Preston. That's what they have to do at the net. Show a big block, get at least a good touch or stuff.
Serve from Arissa Smith. Overpass. And the joust won there by Taylor Preston.
And like we said, great job by Preston. She's there, she's ready. She knows that Ellis Wendell, she's just at the net, but she's got to have hands on that ball.
Smith grew up in Missouri City on the southwest side of Houston. Ridgepoint High School product before Mississippi State. Deep serve, good read in the back row. Defense always a hallmark for Coach Volpe, but she expects an offensive uptick this year. The likes of Preston and Chongwa, Taylor Johnson, Arissa Smith, and a sophomore setter, Savannah Scopel, who's a preseason all-conference pick. Here's Scopel setting. High hands there for Taylor Preston.
And great job by Preston. We see her, she's being patient on that outside, getting her approach in, but just really staying long and steady like Coach Volpe's mentioned about her. She is a...
Mari Furoyama, the freshman from Hawaii, into serve for Rice. Another overpass, it's an ace. Good serve for the freshman.
And this is what Rice needs tonight against the Longhorns. They have to continue this pressure back at the service line, really making these Texas Longhorns question their communication, kind of hit those seams, just putting on that pressure there.
Off the tape, back-to-back aces from Mari Furoyama.
And great serving there by Furoyama. I mean, as a freshman coming in against number 2 Texas, no fear back at that serving line.
We talked a lot about Gabby Mansfield. We talked a lot about Darby Harris. She said, don't forget about Mari, our freshman from Hawaii. She's had an impact. Heavy arm, but kept off the floor by Darby Harris. Electric swing from the right side there.
And that's exactly what you expect to come back from Texas. You know they're not going to let these runs go for long, but Rice has to be able to dig in. Great touch there by Harris. Just getting that ball up is a good thing.
Ellis Wendell, she was the freshman setter on the national championship team 2 years ago. High hands, Mari keeps it in play. A stuff there from Ogunlana, it is in, right on the baseline for the senior Ledemi Ogunlana.
And such great placement there by Ogunlana. You can see she's up and ready, she sees that gap in the defense, and that's exactly where she pushed it.
Ledemi Ogunlana, Missouri City product out of Elkins High School, one of 4 Rice players named preseason all-conference in the American. Taylor Preston serves. Tight pass. Soft touch, great deception there from Cindy Chongwa.
And we're seeing so far tonight from the Rice Owls at the net, they're really messing with this Longhorn defense. They're coming in with big swings off the block, but then placing those tips just where that defense isn't. The Longhorns have to find a way to regroup and get good digs off those balls.
Good swing from Chongwa, the junior from Katy and Tompkins High School. High hand, there's a kill for the two-time Final Four player from Pitt and the first-team All-American last year, Tori Stafford.
And I like on that play, you can see Stafford taking that ball and serve receive, and then she's being very vocal with Swindle. She wanted that ball and she wanted that swing.
Preseason first-team All-SEC, 3.5 kills per set so far this season for Stafford. There's a back row attack. We expect to see more of that this season from Taylor Preston.
And I'd say Savannah Scopel doing a great job of just being the leader that they need in that center position on the right side. I mean, seeing Preston on the back side, getting that back row attack involved early on is very crucial for them.
We asked Coach Volpe how much she might attack from the back this season. She says expected a lot. Maybe the most versatile from the back since the Rice great Nicole Lennon, the all-time kills leader. Rice out of system, and good work at the net on that right side.
And I'd say, too, we want to watch more of that from Texas on these overpasses. They do a great job at redirecting overpasses. They know, they take a good glance at the court, and they see where they want to place that ball.
Okari Spears with the block from Frisco, the #1 unanimous recruit in the country. And after that block, we have an ace from one of the transfers for Texas, Anja Kujundžić from Serbia. Last 2 seasons at VCU, she was part of that back line reloading for Jared Elliott. She came alongside Ramsey Gary. Shangwa into the nets.
And I like, too, on that previous play with Kujundžić, she had so much energy. Her teammate picked her up and gave her a big squeeze after that ace. I mean, just coming off the bench with high energy there.
Kujundžić, 5 digs per set as a freshman 2 years ago at VCU. She stepped on the line. Surprising mistake from Anja Kujundžić.
And I'd say, you know, here in this first set, both teams battling back and forth. Those unforced errors are going to be big moments here as far as who's going to be able to take out this first set.
Jared Elliott looking on, flanked by Ben Josephson, his new associate head coach. On the left side of your screen, transferred from Kentucky, where's the associate head coach. And part of a great staff. David Hunt now runs the defense, also an associate head coach. Great dig for Mansfield, off the hands there from the middle. Another kill from Marissa Smith, but credit on that play goes to Gabby Mansfield.
Yeah, it all starts there with Gabby Mansfield. She's reading right there, digging in on that ball. Perfect dig, and Smith able to get up timing with Scopel, just coming in strong out of the middle.
Scopel serves. Off the hands, a kill from Taylor Johnson, the senior from Scottsdale, who's coming on this season.
And Johnson being an impact player this season, you know, against Texas A&M, she came in that second, third set, brought some energy that I thought the Rice Owls really needed. And here so far in the first set against Texas, really bringing a heavy swing on that right side.
Spears down the line with the angled swing. It's a point for Rice. Timeout, Texas. Rice.
To just show off the different collegiate level volleyball that we have here in Texas, and that's what we're seeing here tonight so far with Rice versus Texas.
4-0 scoring run for Rice led to the timeout. Back for Spears. She tips, picked up by Johnson. And there's a dump. Scopel surprising the Longhorns with that dump to the 10-foot line.
And great job by Scopel there, just showing that she is also an offensive threat. I think that call overturned and called a double, but overall she's showing that Texas has to be prepared for her as well.
Again, the double rule, the double touch rule, it's only called if it affects the opponent. So if you throw it over the net and the other team is still in system, the ref might call it, but in that kind of moment where it's a point for Rice, probably the right call.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, going across the net, you're going to give that to Texas, but if it stays, you're going to keep that on your side.
And there's the block. Texas. Very big at that left pin. Aiden Ames, this middle, slides out to the left antenna.
And you can see Ames there coming in, sealing that block. That's exactly what we expect from the Longhorns tonight. Just a big presence at the net.
Texas likes to call themselves middle blocker U with their track record of middle blockers going back a long ways. Asia O'Neal of recent vintage. Johnson. Tough set that time. A rare offset that time from the Rice setter, Savannah Scopel. And we talked about the middle blockers. 9 different All-Americans during Jared Elliott's tenure, combining for 25 All-American awards. Tough serve from Spears. Chongwa flying, it's in. Great swing from serve receive to the attack for Cindy Chongwa.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. Chongwa handling that pressure well in serve receive, knowing she's going to be the target, but still getting that pass there and able to get up and get that deep cross shot in.
Unconventional first touch from Chongwa, but effective. Back set, Spears is flying. Up from Scopel. High hands off the chest of Harris. Great placement, a soft swing, but effective for Taylor Preston.
And I like this. Rice is very well placed in defense. They may be getting hit pretty high in these digs, but overall still getting the ball up and winning these longer rallies right now.
Harris serves. Right through the block at the left pin, Abby Vanderwall, the freshman from Illinois.
And I was going to say, Vanderwall has been battling on this outside for the Longhorns, and I could tell she was ready to get that kill.
Talk about reloading for number 2 Texas. 3 newcomers, Tori Stafford, Abby Vanderwall, and Kari Spears, each averaging over 3.2 kills per set. Spears and Vanderwall are both freshmen. Stafford, the junior transfer from Pitt. Gary serves. Rice mostly in system here in set 1. Block touch Rice. Scopel back to this right pin. Good pickup from Harris. A few block touches from the Owls. Back set for Spears. What an X factor. The #1 recruit in all of America, Kari Spears.
And great. That's what Coach Volpe told us in her call with us. She needs the block to be there.
We saw Spears all weekend in Madison, attacking from the back row and the front. A freshman from Frisco, the #1 recruit in America. And we saw her versatility on that last swing.
Yeah, I mean, with Spears, she is going to be all over the court. You have to keep eyes on her regardless if she's at the net or she's in that backcourt.
A good battle here in set 1. Rice leading 16-14. Arissa Smith back to serve. 2.2 kills per set so far for Arissa Smith. Right through the block for Tori Stafford.
And great job by Stafford there. We can hear that swing, just the power coming off of it, and she's finding a way to beat through this Rice block. So Ogunlana, now that she's in, she has to find a way to seal that net.
Emma Halter with the serve. Lademi Ogunlana right on top of the 10-foot line for Rice.
And great pass from Harris. It all starts with her there in serve receive in front of Halter.
Coach Volpe raving about the maturity of Ogunlana. She came to Rice as a quiet freshman. Now she's a very vocal senior, a very big leader on and off the court. Picked up by Mansfield. That's a pretty good set from a libero facing the stands from Emma Halter.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's a set coming from Halter, you think it's out of system. It's still in system for Stafford, and she's able to get that nice swing off the hands down the line.
Emma Halter, SEC Player of the Week, Defensive Player of the Week after she averaged 4.7 digs per set, winning both games in Madison this weekend. Preston off the high hands.
And Taylor Preston doing a great job as far as consistency for Rice in this set. On the outside, we see she's got that long approach. She's got that triple block on her, and she's still able to tool off and beat out Emma Halter back there.
Preston 3.2 kills per set, hit 114 this weekend combined against A&M in Central Arkansas. Slide play, good soft touch. It was picked off the floor by Mansfield. Mansfield with another dig. Chongwa. Good read in the back row from Taylor Preston. That's a big point for Rice.
That's a huge point for Rice, and you can even see Swindle. She's trying to speed up this Texas offense, really trying to catch this Rice defense off guard, but so far they have been doing a great job of being scrappy and getting so many great touches in the backcourt. We'll have to take a look at that.
Fifth-year senior was the two-time Libero of the Year.
And I'd say, too, on Gabby Mansfield, you know, like you said, Coach mentioning, she's a quiet staple, but she has been explosive. Even though she was injured and missed, you know, through November last season, she's been waiting, and she has definitely been a standout so far as a Rice libero.
So Texas actually challenging a touch from Rice at the net after review. It was touched. It's a point for Texas. 18-17 Owls. Tori Stafford back to serve. Stafford, the fourth of 6 children. Sister to Kenya, plays volleyball at Coppin State. They met in the NCAA tournament first round 2 years ago. And there's an ace from Tori Stafford. Stafford so efficient. That was the word Jared Elliott used. He hit .358, the best hitting percentage of all outside hitters in the Power 4 conferences last season. Lademi Ogunlana as Rice in system goes right down the middle.
And I'd say Ogunlana, she has been relentless in the middle. She is up and she is ready. Even if she's got 3 sets of hands on her, she is finding a way through that block.
Mansfield serves. Fast offense, Texas. Back row attack is a bit low with the swing from Taylor Preston.
And I'd say both sides going all out right now, 19-19 in the first set. I think Rice is playing loose. They're playing their game. They've been holding their own and running their tempo, and they've got to continue that here for these last points in the first set.
Anya Kujenjic, the transfer from VCU, back into serve. And it's a service error. Texas really did a good job to avoid service errors this weekend in Madison, beating number 12 Creighton, number 8 Wisconsin. And it was a real defensive masterclass. Texas combined to hold Creighton and Wisconsin to a 130 hitting percentage this weekend. Rice hitting .273 here in set 1 tonight. Fast offense, that's hard to stop. What a great second contact, setting up Aiden Ames.
And I'd say there too, definitely a sneaky play. I mean, Swindle running over Simi's very crunched there. You don't know if it's going to go to Ames or out to the pin, but just the last second, running that quick middle. I mean, great job from that Longhorn offense.
Ames, 2 kills per set. She hit .458 this weekend in Wisconsin. Rella Binney into serve, the sophomore from Hawaii. Johnson off the block. Kahawai is in at the right pin. Senior front row player for Texas. Johnson. And there's a block. The Mississippi State transfer back in her hometown, Arissa Smith.
And can I just say, a massive on the block. This is exactly what Coach Volpe needed from her Owls today.
Second block for Rice. She averaged 1.2 blocks per set this weekend. Harris back to serve. Up from Mansfield. Johnson just out. Knotted at 21 here in set 1.
And I'd say it's plays like that. Rice just needs to tighten up a little more. The Longhorn block there got confused. Johnson had a bunch of holes there. Getting that point, I think, would be an impactful point here in this first set.
Ramsey Gary back to serve. Nearly 1,000 digs her 2 seasons at Indiana. Float serve here. Tight pass, and there's another block. 2 here in the red zone for Rice for Arissa Smith.
And just great job by Smith. You can see she is locked in on her Longhorn middle. She knows where she's going. She's sealing that net, and she's really challenging them at there.
Joined her younger sister here on South Main. Aaliyah Smith, the freshman, watching her sister dominate here in set 1. Off the tape. That's a big point for Texas. And the reigning SEC Player of the Week, Emma Halter, who kept it off the floor.
And great job by Emma Halter there. I mean, overall, she has been stellar as far as serve, receive, defense, getting touches, and everything. And we see her back to serve now.
Rella Binney, the sophomore backup setter, into set for Texas. Here she is with the second touch there. Johnson, high hands. Binney setting. Attacking air, point Rice.
And you can see Binney trying to work out that middle connection there with Harvey. Overall, just really high ball. Harvey just wide, but overall, those are the little points here that are going to make or break this first set.
Binney played in 6 sets this weekend. 42 sets in 14 matches last year. Mari Furoyama serves for Rice. Block touch for the Owls. Tight pass, Halter. Tip. Great spot, Taylor Preston.
And I like that Taylor Preston coming off and saying, no, 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 you're not going to get that dig. I mean, she was patient. She saw that that spot right over the block is open. Texas unable to get it.
Timeout. Atlas serves. Great offense from the right side. That's a senior with 2 national championships to her name, Kevin Kahahawai, turning away a set from another Hawaiian.
And great swing there by Kahahawai. I mean, overall, she knew she wanted that cross shot, and she was getting that point out of serve receive.
Binney, the Hawaiian, setting Kahahawai. 24-23. And there it is, Taylor Preston, her 8th kill of set 1, and Rice takes it 25-20. Saw her team fall behind, never panicked. I thought serve receive was the key. Rice very rarely looked out of system against this great Texas team. Coach Volpe said Texas might be the best serving team in the country this season.
I'd have to say, you know, serve receive and then secondary blocking. I mean, Rice was dominant at the net. I think they were getting some stuff blocks and touches that Texas was just not prepared for tonight. And so overall, they've got to keep that going at the net as well.
Service error to begin set 2. Rice with 3 blocks in set 1, many block touches. Emma Halter back to serve. Tight set, block touch Rice. From the back row, it's Spears. Spears again, block touch Rice. Heavy arm from Stafford, great pickup from Mansfield. Slide play, Bunton ends it for the Longhorns.
And I've got to say, great defensive efforts on both sides. I mean, we're seeing Halter getting digs. We're seeing Gary getting digs. We're seeing Mansfield there. Overall, I think both offenses really just battling with these backcourt, you know, DSs and liberos.
Nia Bunton, her first swing tonight's effective. Scopel tries the dump. Swindle responds with that big left arm.
And I think, too, you know, both setters here saying we can be offensive, whether we're in the backcourt or whether we're at the net. And so Rice has to, early on learning lessons, Swindle's at the net, you've got to have hands on her.
Swindle started as a freshman on the national title team 2 years ago, lost her starting position midway through last year. She has it back, and an excellent response from Taylor Preston.
And nice swing there by Preston. I mean, we see her halter kind of cheating in a little bit, trying to get a good read on her, and Preston just going that sharp cross shot.
Arista Smith back to serve. She had 2 vital blocks late in set 1 as Rice had the comeback to take set 1. Just out, Swindle went aggressive on the overpass, trying to catch Rice off guard.
And I like that Swindle there, she sees that open spot. She's trying to be very strategic on where she is placing that ball and just barely missing it.
Arista Smith showing a tough serve here in the first 2 sets. Halter first touch. And that's unstoppable from the All-American Tori Stafford.
And great tandem play there. I mean, you can see Button, she's in as that decoy, and Stafford just coming in strong behind her. I mean, overall, Rice block having to find a way to really deal with that play and being able to stop Stafford there.
Fantastic first contact from Emma Halter, gave her setter 3 options. Tough serve. Spears. Mansfield's flying. Spears again. You can't stop that from the #1 recruit in America, Kari Spears.
And we knew Texas, after that first set, they're not just going to let this go. They're coming out strong this second set. I think even a little bit of a quicker tempo on their offense, because you can see they're beating out this Rice block handily.
Spears hit .476, 11 kills on 21 swings against Wisconsin. Preston gets there. No block from Texas after the overpass.
And great job by Preston. I mean, those overpass moments, that's exactly what Rice needs to do. They need to be able to get a point directly off that.
Mari Furuyama, the freshman from Hawaii. Served well in the clutch in set 1. Spears with the heavy arm.
And great job from Spears there. I mean, you can see her working hard in transition across this net, up and ready to go, just there beating out Ogunlana.
Spears out of Prestonwood Christian in Frisco. ABCA High School Player of the Year last season. Rice thought there was a touch. No touch from Texas. It's a point for the Longhorns.
And I'd say here early on in this second set, this is what Coach Elliott really wanted to see from his Longhorns. He wants Rice to be out of system. He wants to control the tempo in the offense.
Stafford serves. Good spot found by Taylor Preston in the back row.
And great pass there by Darby Harris. I mean, we talk about this Rice serve receive, really sticking it, staying in it, giving 2 option, 3 option passes to Scopel, and Preston there overall still finding a way in those gaps in those lanes there in the defense on the Longhorn side.
Taylor Preston had 8 kills in set 1. She's back to serve here. Into the tape. Jenny Volpe beat Texas in 19 and 21, back-to-back matchups. Only 2 wins in this long history between Texas and Rice in volleyball.
And I'd say, you know, tonight, definitely another crucial matchup. You know, Volpe wants to have that Texas win here in Tudor Fieldhouse.
Slide play, Ogunlana. She goes off to the block for the kill. And let's go back to Abby Christopherson.
An incredible athlete, also raised by incredible athletes. Her mother, Aisha Spears, played basketball at LSU and played in the WNBA. And her father, Marcus Spears, played 9 seasons in the NFL, most of which spent right here in Texas with the Dallas Cowboys. Not to mention her brother is now the #1 basketball recruit in the country. Coach Elliott has loved getting to know her parents, says they're no nonsense, but very loving, and make sure she puts in the work.
A good swing there. Thank you, Abby. It's Abby Vanderwall following Abby Christopherson's report. And Kari Spears, part of the #1 recruiting class. It included Vanderwall. And they go on the road. They have 2 top 12 wins to start the season. Good pickup from Mansfield. Great placement in that back corner. Cindy Chongwa for the Rice Owls.
And great defensive there by Mansfield. I've just got to call out, she is all over the court, getting those quality digs, laying that up for Scopel to get that out there to Chongwa.
Coach Volpe has told us about Cindy Chongwa for each of her 3 seasons. She is an X factor for us. When she is on, she can take over a match. Heavy arm, excellent swing. Abby Vanderwall, the freshman from Illinois.
And you can see Vanderwall outside on the pin going back to back. She is battling. She wanted that deep cross shot. She had that tip picked up by the Rice defense, and you can see there she's trying to go even deeper to make a move.
Abby Vanderwall won gold at the U21 Pan American Cup with Ramsey Gary and Aiden Ames. Good pickup from Gary in the back row. It leads to that swing from Tori Stafford.
And that's exactly what we expect out of Stafford tonight. I mean, coming in so powerful. She sees she's going to beat out that Rice block. Just a quick arm on that swing.
Ramsey Gary to serve. Play for Munciana, powerhouse club in the Indiana area. Nice swing there. Club you're familiar with going back to your Louisville days.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of matchups with Munciana. Lots of battles there.
Natalie Keck, the Kiva veteran, leads to this timeout called by Rice.
Player and is the connector that the team really needed, guys.
Good stuff, Abby. After the Rice timeouts, Johnson with the swing that's just out. It was touched by Texas. It's a point for Rice.
And Johnson, I'd say, one of those impact players for Rice. I mean, we talk about her. She comes in, she is consistent. Kind of goes back and forth between the outside pin and the right side, so versatile as well. But she's able to get swings off and kills.
Harris serves. We've seen many digs tonight. Not that time for Gabby Mansfield. Hard to stop this swing from Tori Stafford.
And I just have to say, look at the connection there with Swindle and Stafford. I mean, Swindle getting pushed out court to the right side, and still it's a little short, and Stafford reading that and being able to come in and still get an in-system swing there.
Good hand in the back row there from Ramsey Gary. And it leads to a point. Those are those huge points there that a back row player like Ramsey Gary can swing.
And I'd have to say, Gary and Holter, they are just all over the court for Texas. I mean, efforts are just outstanding, and they are getting touches that I think some of the Rice Owls on offense aren't expecting.
Halter into the nets. You have 3 players that would be liberos at most places around the country. Emma Halter wearing the jersey, Ramsey Gary supporting her, and Anya Kujundjic off the bench for these Longhorns. Campbell Love in to serve out of Byron Nelson High School in Texas. Did not play the first 2 games. She's in to serve here. High hands, touch from Harris. High hands again for Taylor Preston.
And great job there by Preston. I mean, we talk about her being relentless today, and she knows she's that go-to player for Rice, so she's got to find ways to score when she has that set.
Spears from the back row. Off the hand, so effective. We saw it all weekend. Hard to track where Spears might be. She is a huge back row weapon as a freshman.
And I'd say, too, even in serve receive, she's kind of hiding back there. You don't know really where she's going to come up on that back row attack. Right now, I think favoring that right side, but Rice has to do a good job at reading her there.
Block touch, Bunton. Down the line. Another great swing from Taylor Preston.
And we talk about Preston. She's just finding every way to score around this Texas block. And if she's not scoring around it, she's going right after it and getting those touches.
Mari Furoyama in to serve. Coach Volpe said Mari's been a spark. First touch is really good. Great eyes. Reads the game well. Tough serves here in the first 2 sets. Slide play, Ogunlana. It's a really good set, falling into the net from Ella Swindle.
Yeah, I mean, from there, Swindle, you can see she sees Button coming in out of transition, and just a great play all around. I mean, you'd normally expect that to go either over or out to a pin, but she finds Button right there in the middle.
And I think Rice probably expected her to set Kari Spears because she was facing her. Good hands from Stafford. Skopel with the reverse dump. Beautiful from the Rice setter, Savannah Skopel.
And I like that smile from Skopel afterwards. She knew what she was doing there, and being able to fully execute it against Texas, just a great job. I mean, it goes back to whether it's Swindle on the Texas side or Skopel on the Rice side. Both of these setters can be offensive.
Service error from Preston. The lead back to 6 for Texas. Tori Stafford, 10 kills. Kari Spears with 6. Abby Vanderwall with 3 for the Longhorns. Anya Kujundjic back to serve for Texas. Service error. We talked about Gabby Mansfield waiting her time for this libero jersey. Nia McCardell, 5 years with Rice. Multiple Libero of the Year awards in her conference. And now the senior finally gets the jersey. Back row attack is just out. There was no touch. A rare attacking error for Tori Stafford.
And I think, too, great lesson for Rice there. Stafford's in the backcourt. You've got to look at her as an offensive threat as well and keep track on her.
Mansfield at Jersey Village High School. Texas in system, and that's terminal from Spears. Perfect pass, perfect set, and Spears drops the hammer.
Just great job there by Spears. I mean, you can see overall beating out the middle there. Smith a little bit late. She sees that gap, and she's able to speed up that arm swing.
6 kills for Spears, hitting .333 tonight. Rella Binney serves. Good serve off the bench from the Hawaiian Rella Binney. A timeout for Rice, 19-13. Rella Binney is a very good setter to bring off the bench. Had her spots last year, 42 sets, played in all 6 sets in Wisconsin this weekend. She's been used tonight in these moments. Here she is serving at 19-13. And a mistake, that was going out. Kind of sailed on Mari Furuyama, and it's an ace for her fellow Hawaiian Rella Binney.
And I was gonna say, I think you could tell Furuyama last minute knew it was going out, already had her platform out and got that little touch there.
Chongwa, heavy swing. Chongwa again off the hands. Binney setting here. Excellent there, the Hawaiian connection. Rella Binney setting up Devin Kahahawai.
And just in system there with Kahahawai. I mean, overall, she's up and ready on the back, on the opposition swing, able to beat through that block. I mean, that's just been what we've seen from Texas all night here in the second set.
Kahahawai, 2-time national champion, had 1.9 kills per set last season. Block touch, Kahahawai combining with Aiden Ames there for Texas.
And you can definitely see Ames frustrating Smith there. I mean, Arissa Smith, she was a force to be reckoned with in that first set, but pretty quiet so far here in the second set, trying to find her way in this middle.
5 straight points for Texas. Kaya Mateo, backup setter, has come on for Rice. Tough serve. Tight set, no problem whatsoever for Abby Vanderwall.
And Vanderwall there just coming in strong. You can see, even though it's on the net, she's still able to get a swing off and just crushing it right down the middle on that Al defense.
Right through that double block. 23-13 Texas. Binney serves. Slide play. Attacking error, no touch. As Rice tried to isolate Arissa Smith on the slide. 7 straight points for Texas, set point with Rella Binney serving. Great pickup, Emma Halter. Right through the block. Rice staves off 1 set point with Taylor Preston.
And I like Taylor Preston coming out of the backcourt, reminding the Longhorns she is still an offensive threat. And, you know, this is exactly what Coach Volpe told us when she brings in Kaya Mateo. It's a strategic move. They want to bring her in when they need a change of pace. And that's what they need right now here in this second set.
Mateo's from New York, 1 year at Iowa, now in her 2nd season at Rice. Off the hands. And set 2 goes to Texas. Aiden Ames, the sophomore from Prosper, and a convincing response from the Longhorns.
And great job by Ames there. That's what you want out of a middle. It's coming up. Wrap up that second set and get that kill.
Left running the Texas offense.
And I'd say too, you know, just running it like a business overall. Coach Elliott said, I let them run their sections, you know, whether it's offense, defense. There's a lot of autonomy with that coaching staff, and that just shows the trust he has in them.
Another kill for Stafford, 11 on the night as Texas opens set 3 with the points. First team All-American last year at Pitt, 2 straight Final Fours, and now wearing the burnt orange. Off speed, Texas rolling here in set number 3. Aiden Ames, 6'4", 2 kills a set. She has been very effective, hitting .458 on the season. Ramsey Gary back to serve. Off the tape, picked up by Gabby Mansfield. Right through the block for Tori Stafford.
And great job by Stafford. I mean, second one in a row. First one she had placed right over the block, making Scopel pull in. Second one, she's kind of more aggression, pushing through the block, but she sees Scopel in that right back, and she wants her to make that first play.
And there's a block. The defense working in set 3. Swindle, the setter, combining with the middle blocker, Aiden Ames.
And you can see Ella Swindle getting fired up after that block. Ames over as well, able to close it. Just great blocking there by the Longhorns.
All Longhorns here in set 3 of the
25 preseason. Coach said, you know, their motto this year is leave no doubt. She wants them to give it their all on the court. They don't want to have any questioning when it comes to the end of their season this year.
Off the video board, nobody expecting that, and it's another kill for the All-American Tori Stafford.
And great dig there. I mean, that's a part of playing here in Tudor Fieldhouse. You've got this big Jumbotron in the middle, and you've got to be aware if it's going to go high enough and knock off of it.
5 straight to open set 3 for Texas. Ramsey Gary serves. Block touch. Up from Halter. Great defense all around from Texas. Miss swing from Stafford. Off the Rice block. Second chance. It's off the hands.
And I like Stafford going back to back there. She kind of had that missed timing on that first swing, but able to transition back. She gets that touch and she comes right back up and still powering through Smith on that block. But we also got to call out Gary. I mean, she is in the backcourt running around, getting so many quality touches for the Longhorns.
Another great pickup from Emma Halter. Right through the block. She is unstoppable right now. Tori Stafford up to 16 kills on 32 swings.
And this is the change from the first set to sets 2 and 3. I think Rice's block is just not as solid as we saw in that first set, and the Longhorns able to just power on through it.
Gabby Mansfield acknowledging she has to tie her shoe, talking to the up official. We're waiting in the wings, supporting Nia McCardell the last few seasons. Scopel jogs over to talk with Jenny Volpe. Two-time second team All Big Ten libero, Ramsey Gary serves. Texas getting hands on everything. It starts with the defense, it ends with that tool. And Texas has 8 to start set 3.
And I'd say great job by Ames there. I mean, really just utilizing that block to her advantage, able to get that tip up, but go off the hands and out of bounds.
Some substitutions here for the Rice Owls. Kellen Dorodic, transfer from Blinn College. She played 3 sets this weekend. She wears number 4. She's in for the first time tonight. They set her immediately. She goes off the tape for her first kill.
And that's what Jenny Volpe told us. You know, we have players on our bench. When I bring them in, I expect them to be impact players. Bring that energy, bring those fresh legs, and that's what Dorodic did right there.
Dorodic out of East Bernard on the southwest side of Houston. Jenny Volpe has not gone the junior college ranks very often. A special one in Kellen Dorodic joining this Rice team for 2025. Right through the block. Aiden Ames, the Prosper High School product. First true freshman starting in the middle since Chiaka Agbogu in 2013. She did that last year. Texas had 2.9 blocks per set, 3rd most in the country last season with the help of Ames. Block touch Texas. High hands for Stafford, another kill for the Texas Star.
And you can see Stafford there going hard, going high, knowing Scopel. Yet again, she's in that right back position on defense. She wants her to play that ball first.
17 kills for Stafford. Service error there. Mari Furoyama returns to serve. Texas leading 10-8 in the 3rd. Deep serve is just out. Excellent read in the back row by Ramsey Gary.
And I'd say it's those missed serves that are really crucial for Rice right now. I mean, you're down 11-2. You've got a ways to dig back in here, so you've got to put the pressure on serving-wise.
Ella Swindle out of Columbia, Missouri, Rock Bridge High School. A touch, look at the effort from Gary in front of the bench. No point for Texas, but her teammates love that.
And I like Gary getting that touch, but Spears not giving up on it. I mean, going into basically the scoreboard over there, you know, trying to get that second touch and keep it in play.
Good eye there, Natalie. And Spears following the lead of Ramsey Gary. She's feeling it right now. First contact for Stafford. She gets it back from Swindle. Another kill. Call it 18 tonight for Tori Stafford.
And I'd say just the timing is impeccable with Swindle and Stafford. They're feeling that connection between each other, and they're running their in-system offense.
Stafford hit .358 last year. Coach Elliott called her the most efficient outside hitter in the country. Spears right through the block. Prolific offense right now for the Texas Longhorns.
And I'd say for Rice, you know, just not really able to get that timing on the block. Changwa and Ogunlana there, but just really mismatched, and Spears being able to power through it.
Bounce between a 5-1 and a 6-2. Ella Swindle announced her return to Austin. Avery Carlson decided to transfer to SMU this offseason after starting her career at Baylor. But that's the life of a Texas Longhorn volleyball player. They're at least 2 deep at every position. If you have the libero jersey, you're always fighting to keep it. If you're the starting setter, you have to look over your shoulder. It's a very competitive program.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say, you know, playing with the Texas Longhorns, you know, every day it's a battle, day in and day out, and you can't take a day off.
After the timeout, Stafford serves. Going to this right side, a different look from the Rice Owls. Sydney Peterson had a tough weekend. She hit minus 0.83 in the first 2 games. She had 8 errors, 6 kills, but she bounces back there. Her first swing of the night is a kill.
And I think this is what we're going to see from Coach Volpe. She's changing up her personnel at the net, putting Peterson in, seeing what that kind of look is, and giving the Longhorns a different look too.
Chongwa swings. Block touch, Texas. And off the block for a kill. Halter goes to the bench. Anya Kujundjic returns. Jenny Volpe with a lot to think about here in set 3. Soft serve. What a great float serve there from the Serbian, Anya Kujundjic.
And that's exactly what you want out of Kujundjic when she comes in. You know, placing that ball. You can see the Longhorns really playing and toying with this Rice serve receive. They're pulling them in shorter and shorter, and I know that's got to be strategic to get them in a little more shallow so they can push them deeper.
Second service ace of the night from Kujundjic. Back to Chongwa. Spears, great spot with the angled swing.
And can we just say that was a set from Kujundjic over there. I mean, that technically is an out-of-system play. She's placing it perfectly for Spears, and Spears able to find that deep right back corner.
Kujundjic serves again. Picked up by Stafford. Back row attack, Stafford off the high hands.
And great swing there by Preston. I mean, we talk about getting that back row attack involved. She's patiently waiting there, able to find just that shot in that deep seam.
Scopel returns, replacing Kaya Mateo. Stephanie Gutierrez has also checked in for Rice in the front row. Junior from Boswell High School, Fort Worth, Texas. It's a really good set. She is a fantastic setter. She's from the back row, and Emma Halter puts it on a platter there at the left pin.
Yeah, I mean, Halter just setting that up so nicely. We talk about this. Texas being out of system, but they're not out of system. They're in system. They're running that tempo. They are controlling the offense at the net right now.
Rella Binney back to serve. Her serve was one of the keys at the end of set 2. Another good swing from the junior college transfer, Kellen Dorodic.
And great job by Dorodic. I mean, we talk about her coming in. She's a new face here in this third set, but she is making an impact and having those heavy swings on the right side for Rice.
2 kills for the Blinn College transfer, Kellen Dorodic. Harris serves. Texas out of system. No problem on the slide. Impressive swing from Aiden Ames after a tough serve.
I was just about to say, I don't think Ames has been stopped on that slide. She is running it so smoothly, beating out the Rice block. Rice has got to find a way to defend her on that one leg.
Gary back to serve. Ames and her Longhorn teammates had double-digit blocks, 21 matches last season. Great swing. The senior from Hawaii with a big roll tonight, Kevin Kahawai with another kill off the Hawaiian setter, Rella Binney.
And great job by Kahawai. I mean, overall, she is going strong on the right side, really loving that cross shot.
Good pickup, Gary. Tight set. And Rice was into the nets. A point for Texas.
And you can see Gutierrez lined up on that block, ready to go. Unfortunately, just at the end, getting the net coming down.
Texas up big in set 3. Gary serves. Halter with another really good set. She's feeling it right now. She may have the libero jersey, but she's looking like a setter right now as she assists again for Tori Stafford.
And I'd say pin coming after pin. You could see Stafford coming in so hard there for Preston. Preston, not much she can do on that dig.
Great defense. Collective effort from the Longhorns. Another pickup from Gary. Tight set. Scopel back, tip. Another pickup. But Preston wins that long rally for Rice.
And great job by Preston. I mean, here in this third set, pretty quiet from her. She's asserting her dominance at the net, getting off tips, getting off swings, but really important that she's staying active at the net on those overpasses and able to get that point.
Campbell Love back into serve. Service error. Tori Stafford, 20 kills on 36 swings. She's hitting .528 tonight. She swings hard, and she only has 1 error on 36 swings.
I'd say, you know, she has a good eye, and she has great control. I mean, even when she's kind of, you know, off on her timing, out of system, she's still able to get a really nice swing off on the ball.
Halter into the net with her serve. Was the starting libero on the national title team 2 years ago. Emma Halter, Final Four All-Tournament team. Kaya Mateo returns. High hands picked up by Harris. Another block touch for Texas. Soft contact for Taylor Preston.
And I like that a little bit of confusion there. You know, Preston not initially knowing if she's going to go fence.
Preston with 17 kills. Double contact called on Kahawai. But Preston needs some help, Natalie. 17 kills for Preston, and the next most is Lademi Ogunlana with 4 kills.
Yeah, I'd say for Rice, their offense, they definitely have to be more balanced at the net. Even though Preston is their go-to, she definitely can't be the only one carrying that weight.
There is a block. Sydney Peterson, the freshman from Fort Worth.
And I like seeing that swag come off that block with Sydney Peterson afterwards. You can see she is super excited, and Coach Volpe even saying she has a big personality, and you will see that shine through on the court.
Another block, this time Lademi Ogunlana for the Rice Owls.
And this is how we see the tides are slowly turning. This is the blocking that we saw in that first set, and here we are seeing it again, and this is what Rice has been missing all along. They have to step back up and keep this going at the block at the net.
Lademi Ogunlana, described by her coach as consistent last year, a breakout season, strong young woman, involved in Kaya Mateo, back to serve. Texas leading by 10 in set 3. It's off the tape. Good pickup from Mateo. Rare error tonight for Taylor Preston. Fourth error on 43 swings for the Union Kentucky native. Swindle back to serve. High hands. Preston, a point for the Rice Owls.
And I'd say that's what Preston's looking for. Even on that previous swing where she had that miss just a little too high, that's her strategy right now. She's trying to go high off this big Longhorn block.
Coach Volpe has often used 2 setters, not really in a 6-2, just kind of depending on how much block they need at the net and other matchup questions. Nice from Gabby Mansfield. Spears over the nets. Changwa off the hands. Ogunlana, fast offense for Rice, but not the cleanest of connections with Kaya Mateo.
And I'd say they're just a little low on that set. Ogunlana, like we mentioned, she gets up, and when she gets up high, she can hang there. And so Mateo just having to kind of feed her a little bit higher to get that connection going.
Set point in set 3, the star Tori Stafford serves. Excellent set, and it's closed out by Nia Bunton.
And I'd say Texas here just executed their game plan. They ran the offense, they ran the tempo, and they win this set 3.
Texas to 1 deficit. Kaya Mateo stays in to serve, and it's a service error. Emma Halter back to serve. She's now a senior. She's from Indianapolis. One of only 3 seniors on this Texas team. Bunton and Swindle combined for that block.
And great job by Swindle. Setting up there, Bunton coming over, closing the block. Sydney Peterson, heavy arm. Coach Volpe telling us she has the heaviest arm in our gym, and you can hear it. But she has to find a way. She can't just swing straight in this Longhorn block.
Bunton was awesome on Sunday. 7 blocks against Wisconsin. Chongwa had to adjust. Tip from Spears. And there we see that arm. No touch. It's an error and a point to Texas.
And you can see Peterson trying to find her way, work around it, getting those touches and tooling off the block if she can.
Coach Volpe says Sydney Peterson's always had the swagger from day 1 in the program, but she's hard on herself. She's learning that part of the maturity. Block touch from Bunton. Back corner, but just out. A point for Texas.
And good idea by Chongwa there. She's trying to find her way around, missing just slightly there. And these are these unforced errors that we saw Rice do in the 3rd set. You know, Texas slowly building their lead. Rice has to put a stop to this run.
Rice hit close to 300 in taking set 1, but the hitting percentage down to 157 for the Owls. Good hand from Spears right in front of us. Chongwa blocked. Block touch. Another chance. You can turn her away once. Hard to do it back-to-back against Tori Stafford.
And I was about to say, great job by Peterson on that first block. She lined up quickly. She knew it was a quicker set, but Stafford coming back again and getting that point.
Another strong start for Texas. 2 straight sets. They've jumped out to a big lead. 5 straight points for the Texas Longhorns here in set 4. A little slide play here for the Owls. Mateo setting. A block from Bunton. Bunton is a huge weapon at the net. 6'3" from Louisville, Kentucky. She had 7 blocks against the Badgers on Sunday.
And great job by Peterson there. I mean, swinging hard, button up there for that block, but overall just able to kind of push that ball right down in front of her since she wasn't sealing the net.
Well, Bunton seems like she'll have a much larger role on this year's Texas team. Played only 11 total sets last year. Rice gets one back to make it 5-2 here in the 4th.
And there she is, Preston, coming hard on the outside. Like we said, in order for Rice to take this 4th set, Preston has to be a big player at the net for them.
Another kill for Tori Stafford. Let's go back to the floor with Abby Christofferson.
Yeah, Matt, and that last time out, there's definitely a little bit of frustration from Coach Volpe telling the girls, we're not playing with that aggressiveness and that fierceness that we talked about. She said she just needs to see a little more all around the court, and I think that fierceness is coming out right now, guys.
Thank you, Abby. Swindle serves for Texas. Roll shot picked up by Emma Halter. Incredible play. But a block ends it for Rice. Arissa Smith.
Great job there by Smith and Peterson, just coming together, able to shut down Stafford. I mean, I'm going to say it. I think blocking is going to make or break Rice in this match. When they are on, they are making Texas struggle at the net.
Sydney Peterson, Arissa Smith combining for that block. And now Smith serves. Great timing right through the block for Tori Stafford.
And when we talk about Tori Stafford, that's what Coach Elliott wants out of her. She is consistent and she is relentless. No matter what, she's getting blocked, she's coming back at you again in that next play.
Third team All-American 2 years ago as a freshman. First team All-American last year. The next step for her would be National Player of the Year. And there's an ace. From Kentucky. And fitting in nicely here in the Lone Star State now. You made that move a long time ago from Louisville to Houston. Great swing from Spears.
Sorry, I did make that move a long time ago. I was thinking, I moved down here with one suitcase, and I have a lot more than one suitcase now.
Found a home in the Bayou City. Makari Spears has found a home in Austin. Spears again off the high hands. Mateo sets. Great block from Spears and Bunton. It is off the hands and a point for Rice.
And Preston doing a great job to tool her.
Savannah Scopel back in to serve. Heavy arm. Mansfield keeps it off the floor. Touch from Ogunlana. Accidental touch from Stafford in the back row.
And I was about to say, great job by Preston. She's swinging deep. She's even making Tori Stafford question on those digs, and she's going for a deep swing that's technically out of bounds.
Rice hanging around in set 4. Untimely service error there from Scopel.
And I think even with that service error, Rice went on a really good little run right there. They've got to keep that energy going, and they've got to limit Texas now.
Anja Kujundžić back to serve. Serbian defensive into the net. Rice came out flying in set 1, hitting near 300, but have not been able to keep up the offense against this strong Texas defense that limited Creighton and Wisconsin to a combined 130 hitting percentage. Excellent hands there from Stafford. And there's another dump. She's done it a few times tonight. Great moment from Savannah Scopel.
And great touch by that Rice block. Darby Harris getting that dig, and Scopel being so smart, just knowing I'm kind of moving. Maybe they think I'm going to go out to the pins, but I'm going to place it right over the middle of the court.
Nia Bunton returns. Halter back in for Texas. And there's an ace for Taylor Preston.
And I'd say that's a big ace for Preston. She had a couple missed serves, I think, crucial points between sets 2 and 3, but able to get an ace on a Vanderwall, create that tension there, know that it's going to come after her before she has to transition out to swing.
4th ace for Rice. Texas has 6. Great placement just past the 10-foot line.
Great job by Vanderwall. We talk about her as the pin for Texas. Really able to just see the court well. She sees Mansfield's a little bit deep in her base, and so she's able to place it right in front of her.
Kayla Patel is in for Rice, number 1. She's from Austin, went to St. Stephen's Episcopal School in the Texas capital. First swing, off the block, but it touched Patel on the way down. And that's a huge weapon to have, a 6'3" setter, Ella Swindle.
And I like Kayla Patel. Even though she is a smaller pin, she gets up high, and you can see there. Even though there's the touch, she's trying to use that block and being able to tool it.
Ella Swindle averages 0.8 blocks per set. Not many setters in the country are a weapon at the net like Swindle is. Gabby Mansfield serves. Tough first contact from Stafford. Well read by Stafford. Ramsey Gary returns for the Longhorns. 4.1 digs per set in Indiana last year. Now in her first season with Texas. There will be a point for the Rice Owls. Marissa Smith, not the cleanest of contact, but right into the block.
And great job by Smith there, getting up. We talk about Rice. When they have their middles going, they're able to dig back in these sets and go on these runs. So as long as they can keep that in-system offense going, we're going to see a lot more from Marissa Smith.
Kaya Mateo serves. Patel, just a bit too long with the angled swing. And Rice will challenge this. Jenny Volpe bringing out the card. Checking to see if it was touched at the nets.
And you could see Rice, I think a lot of the players pretty much convinced that there was a touch off that swing from Kayla Patel.
Jenny Volpe.
Middle's hand.
Blocks have been fairly even. 7 for Jared Elliott's team, 6 for Rice, but I think the net presence for Texas has really worn on Rice since Rice took set 1.
And I'd say too, playing against Texas, you have to have the stamina. They know how to withstand longer matches at that high level tempo, that high level play, even if it's going into 4 or 5 sets. And I think Rice coming out strong in that first set, amazing blocking at the net, kind of backing off a bit in second and third sets. We're seeing it revive here in the 4th set, but just unable to keep up.
Unsuccessful challenge from Rice and Jenny Volpe. It's a point for Texas. Emma Halter will serve. And Swindle getting in on the dump party.
And like we said, anytime you've got Ella Swindle up at the net, Rice has to have...
Kelly has told us that Ella Swindle setting the best she ever has in her time at Texas. The Longhorns have a 2 in position to stay perfect on the season. Gary picks it up in the back row. Right through the block from Sydney Peterson.
And great job by Peterson. We talk about her having that heavy arm, that heavy swing. She is not scared to go against this Texas block and finding her way through it.
Darby Harris serves. Right through the block for Tori Stafford. She didn't have to say anything. She just made eye contact with their setter, and they already have that connection.
Yeah, I think between Stafford and Swindle, they're able to just kind of give a look or a glance to each other. They know she's coming in a little bit. Let's pull her in and let's beat out this block.
Stafford has 23 kills. Just a bit long on the swing from Sydney Peterson. Rice took set 1, 25-23. It's been pretty dominant from Texas since, winning set 2, 25-14. Set 3 by the same score. Leading 18-10 here in the 4th. No touch. Middle setter connection slightly off there as Smith came flying high.
And I'd say, too, you know, Texas just playing their game plan, they're running their offense, but creating these bigger, larger leads is just Rice unforced errors, those hitting errors and serving errors in the net.
Better from the middle for Rice and Arissa Smith.
And we talk about that. Rice getting their middles involved, getting them up early and quick. Every time they're able to usually beat out this Longhorn defense.
Good set from Swindle, setting up Nia Bunton. More known for her defense, still a quality middle hitter at 1 kill per set. She was a top 10 recruit coming out of high school in Louisville 2 years ago. Just out. It was touched by Texas, however. It will be a point for the Rice Owls.
And you can tell that's what Preston's looking for. She's trying to find those deep gaps, making Tori Stafford move around in that middle back defensive position.
Peterson to serve. Demi Ogunlana contributing here in set 4.
And here we see, you know, Rice fighting back slowly, but getting the energy and momentum going here again in Tudor Fieldhouse and trying to leverage that.
Spears off the hands. We have a good view there of the set from Ella Swindle, who disguises where she's going so well.
And Spears doing a great job, I think, just getting a great look at the court, knowing where she can place that ball, seeing that right front is open on the right side, and able to just place it right over the net there.
Nia Bunton goes to the bench. Kari Spears up to 10 kills on 24 swings. That's terminal from Lademi Ogunlana.
And I like seeing Lademi getting up high. She's hanging there, ready for the set. Scopel feeding her, or actually Mateo feeding her there, but overall just able to get that kill.
Consistent top 5 recruiting classes brought in by Jared Elliott to keep Texas humming. There was no touch from Texas. The challenge was correct. And now Texas 2 points away from a 4-set win, heading into a showdown with Stanford on Sunday. Rella Binney serves. Good swing from Lademi Ogunlana.
And great job by Gabby Mansfield. I mean, you can see her taking up lots of court in that service eve, getting in front of Preston to get that pass, provide that 3-option pass, and Ogunlana just able to crush it out of the middle there.
Gabby Mansfield serves. Patel turned away. Combination block there for Texas, and we are at match points. Aiden Ames combining with Devin Kahahawai. Ramsey Gary, another impressive night. She's been quality all 3 games with Texas. Into the nets. Kai Mateo returns to serve. Rice took set 1, but it just not sustained the offense since that set 1 victory. A dominant ending from Aiden Ames.